Alright, this little video is just to help you with some of the graphing and some of the equations you have so that you can graph some that don't look like one of the forms we saw already. For example, 2x equals 3y minus 9 doesn't have, it's on slope-intercept form, it's on standard form. You could do either way with that. You could put this in the standard form, making this 2x minus 3y equals negative 9. And then from there you can use your x and y intercepts. One of them would be a fraction, but you can still do it. You could still solve this one for y by adding the 9 over there, making it 2x plus 9 equals 3y. Then divide everything by 3. And you get y equals 3, or 2/3 x plus 3. And you can graph that way. So you just be a little creative. Another one you could do, say you've got this y plus 3 equals 2/3 x minus 6. Okay, that is in point-slope form, so you can recognize a point and a slope. If you don't recognize it or don't like it or it's not set up the way you want it, you can simplify this one out. Y plus 3 equals 2/3 x, and then 2/3 times negative 6 would be minus 4. And then you would subtract the 3 and get y equals 2/3 x minus 7. So you can either start with this and graph it, or you can convert it to that. Okay. The next one that we'll look at, let's go with 2/3 x plus 1/2 y equals 3, where you have fractions. And when you have a fraction like this, probably the easiest way for most of you, if you like fractions, this one can actually be solved, and I'll show it to you in a minute. But if you don't like fractions, when you have a fraction like this, or multiple fractions, get rid of them. Look at all the denominators. We have 3, 2, and 1. So the common denominator for 3, 2, and 1 is 6. So we're going to multiply everything by 6. And I do mean everything. So 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 1/2 is 3. And 6 times 2/3 is 4. So we have 4x plus 3y equals 18. Now we can solve this one by x and y intercepts. You can solve this for y and get 3y equals negative 4x plus 18. And divide by 3, so y equals negative 4/3 x plus 6. And now you've got this form you could use, this form you could use. A little bit easier. Okay, you could actually solve this from right here for y if you have the guts to deal with the fractions. Subtract the 2/3 and you have 1/2 y equals negative 2/3 x plus 3. And then multiply, since this is 1/2, you're going to multiply by 2 over 1. Multiply everything by 2. And you get y equals, let's see, 2 times 3 will be 6. And 2 times 2/3 would be 4 over 3, so minus 4/3 x plus 6. So be creative. Use the tools you have. I got one more for you, and that's just to bring up that if you have one like this, 2y minus 7 equals 1/2 x plus 5. You're going to look at that and you're going to think that is in point-slope form, but it is not. Okay, point-slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. That's a y, that's a 2y. So you can't do it from there. So if you try to simplify this one, you get 1/2 x plus 5/2. Okay, and then you add 7. Now we're really getting into a lot of fractions here, but that's okay. You get 1/2 x plus 5 over 2 plus 14 over 2, so 19 over 2. Okay, so you could divide by 2. Right there, I think I lost about half of y'all. It would give up right there, even though that's not so hard. 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4, and 19/2 divided by 2 is 19/4. Okay, but in that case, you're looking at that going, don't want to graph that either. Nothing's real easy about it. So let's go back up to this. Okay, and see if we can make this work for us. We have a y-intercept, we have a slope. That y-intercept's not real easy. Let's see if we can find the x-intercept. If you remember, the x-intercept is when you replace the y with 0. So now we have 0 equals 1/2 x plus 19 over 2. We can solve for x, so subtract the 19 over 2, and we have negative 19 over 2 equals 1/2 x. So to solve that, we would multiply by 2 over 1. On the right side, it gives us x. On the left side, the 2's would cancel, and we get negative 19. So that we have now the x-intercept is negative 19. The slope is 1/2. So now we have an easy point to graph. We just have to find negative 19 on the graph, but we can do that. So here we have another way to be creative, find a point. That's not anywhere in our notes to do it that way, but that's being smart and thinking about what you have and using it so that you can easily graph, which is what you're trying to do anyway. All right, good luck. Be creative. Try different things. Don't try to follow any book. Do what you know to do. Good luck.